Apparel construction, 15A, apron. Step number 5. So I like to start at the bottom of step number 5, which is to sew the ends of the straps together. So you have this all pressed up really nicely. This is the right side, and what we're going to do is turn it until the wrong side and draw a line 1/2 inch away from that edge there. This is on the wrong side. Then go ahead and grab yourself a couple of pins, and let's stick this here on the end. Let's take the other end of the strap. Here's the right side. We're going to open this up, turn it with the wrong side, take our ruler here, draw a line ending 1/2 inch away from the end there, right? That's a 1/2 inch. Feel free to draw it with something lighter. I like to mark with pen so my students can see it. If it's pencil, it's really hard to even see in a video. So we're going to go ahead and pin the end, just like we did with the other strap end. Now we're going to go ahead and place the strap end, the wrong side here, and let's go ahead and start this with a couple stitches going forward and a couple stitches back. Continue along that line. Let's end with a couple of back stitches. There we go. Rather than cutting the thread, we can just move on to the next strap here. Leave a little space in between so I can snip them afterward. Here I am on the end, on the very edge. I'm going to go back and do a little back stitch. I'm going to go forward. We're sewing on the wrong side, the end of the strap. Do a little back stitch at the end there too. Lift up our strap ends. Separate them. Trim your threads nice and close. Now here on the fold, we can go ahead and trim a little bit if we'd like to, right? Take a little baby corner off. Here's the other end of the strap fold. Go ahead and trim a little bit off there too. I've left about 1/8 inch there. Now we're going to take our strap and we're going to turn the whole thing around. Give it a couple nice pokes without puncturing a hole. If I had my corner poker handy, I would be using that. But I left it in my supplies, so I'm being very careful here with my snippers to help poke that corner without overextending it. And then also just trying to make the two strap ends matching. We're poking up on both sides of that seam allowance to bring that seam up. Then we can look at the ends and they look pretty good. Awesome. So now we're going to take the strap seam allowance and we're going to tuck it inside. Help it to fold and arrange in there nicely. We can place a pin. and take the other end, also crease it and fold it inside, just like origami. Get it to look nice. Match those two edges together. Put a pin. Now I'm going to take the strap and I'm going to find the seam. Here it is. And I'm going to come to my apron. And here's the armhole. As you can see, we have a raw armhole here on one side with a notch, and on the other side another raw armhole with a little notch. That little notch is going to line up with the seam in my strap. We're going to take the right side of the strap, I've opened it up, and I'm going to place it on the wrong side of the armhole. So right side of strap to wrong side of armhole, it's underneath there. This is the right side of my apron right now. And I'm going to find that little notch. There's that little notch. I'm going to line it up with that seam. And I'm going to put in a pin. Then we're going to work our way up, attaching the wrong side of the apron bib to the right side of the apron strap. I am taking the apron strap and unfolding it because I had pressed it, and I'm placing the pins about at every inch apart. I'm coming up to the top of where the neckline is. Go ahead and I'll place a pin there. That was from the notch up. Now I'm going to go from the notch down. Not trying to stretch anything out. I'm placing the pins an inch apart. I'm placing the pins on the correct or face side of the fabric. This is the right side of the apron strap to the wrong side of that armhole. Armhole is curved, the strap is straight, and we're working the two together. And you're placing the pins about an inch apart. If it doesn't work out to be an inch, you can always work them back. Move it back a little bit, and then even its way out to that notch. So now we have this all pinned from the armhole here, side seam, up the armhole, up to the armhole neckline. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to sew. But if you see what this looks like here, here is the crease. And we want to sew a little bit further in than that. Okay, and we're going to sew on the other side, but I wanted to show you where the pressing stitch was, and we'll sew in the teeniest bit. Looks like I'm starting here at the side seam. And where I want this to be right now is 3/8 of an inch. Not a full half of an inch, but 3/8 of an inch. Let's start with a couple stitches forward. Couple stitches back. And remember, right now we're doing 3/8 of an inch, not a full 1/2 of an inch. You also want to make sure that you're not catching the whole rest of your apron or the other side of your strap underneath, so open that up and get that out of the way. And then we're working this curve into a rectangle, so you have to sort of curve it as you are putting it through the machine. We did our back stitch, and we're sewing our 3/8 of an inch. And that with a little bit of a back stitch. We're going to trim our threads nice and close. And we're ready to move on to step number 6, which is going to be taking the strap and putting it over the stitch we made and closing it from the tip on. One more step.